Hi everyone, welcome to Tangle with Tracy Anne. In today's video I'll be featuring two tangles. One of them is called Ando and the other one Frunky. For this project I'll be using a graphite pencil, a white charcoal pencil and a separate tortillon for each of those pencils. I'll also be using a micron pen and a white gel pen. You could use a Zentangle tan 3.5 inch square tile, or if you don't have one of those, I've used some tan mixed media paper and cut my own by drawing round one of those 3.5 inch square tiles. The original size of the paper I used was 6 inch by 8 inch, and I did do a sample using the full page, and this is what it looks like in comparison of size. I'm starting off drawing 4 dots and a border, and I'm making this border a little bit narrower than I would normally do. Once I've finished this, I'm going to create another border inside. Again, start with 4 dots and then draw your border. By starting with the 4 dots, it makes it a little bit easier to make it a uniform size. It doesn't have to be perfect. Using my pen, I'm going to draw a petal in each corner. I could do this pattern from one petal and keep it going, but because I'm using a square tile, I want it to be fairly evenly spaced on each side. So to do this, I'm going to just use my pencil and put a little dot to mark some places, and that way I know I'm going to have the same amount of petals on each side. They don't have to be exact, and you might find that as you go, some of the dots aren't in exactly the right place. Doesn't mean you have to follow where the dots are. So I'll just place some dots on each side. You can see that the dot I've placed on this round isn't exactly where I wanted it to be. I don't have to hit that dot. I can just use it as a guide. At least it allows me to know that I've got an even amount of petals. I'm just going to add another little border in the center, which isn't part of the pattern. I'll get back to the pattern in a moment. For the next part of this pattern, start about a quarter way up from the end of the petal. Do a curl and make that curl touch the side, then come back the other way just the same, and they meet up right in the center with the dot. Whoops, a little whoops there. Not to worry. I'm going to draw the next pattern inside this square using a white gel pen, and it starts off with 3 frond-like shapes, a little bit like fescue. And once I've got 3 of them, I'm going to aura all the way around the edge. Once I've got those 3 fronds happening, I can draw some curved auras around both ends of the shape, and then start forming another group of those fescue shapes. And keep doing this, sort of building up different layers. It's a little bit awkward in this tight corner. Just do the best you can. While that gel pen's drying, I'll do a little bit of shading on this narrow border. Now that my gel pen is dry, I'm going to colour just those frond shapes with my white charcoal pencil. On this bigger sample, you can see a little bit better how this pattern works, how those auras kind of all sit behind each other like little rainbows without colour. So I'm going to add a little bit of shading to get that layered effect. You can find both of these patterns on tanglepatterns.com, and I'll put the links to them both below this video. I want to emphasize those fescue shapes, so I'm coming back in with my white gel pen and just thickening them slightly. The secret to using these gel pens is use a very light touch, and you might find that if they start to get a little bit of a ridge in them, which it happened on my first layer, you have to let it completely dry before you add another layer to it, and keep that touch really light. I might even find that I'll touch this up again later, right at the end. Once I'm finished, I always go back in and touch up any lines that need touching up, and also filling any gaps that I've left when I've coloured the black. If you enjoyed that video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, do that so that you don't miss out on future videos. If you'd like to share your work in my Facebook group, there is a link below this video. Thank you for watching, and until next week, stay safe and bye for now. If you'd like to see more of my videos, head over to my YouTube channel, or there are a couple of links here on the screen. And there's the subscribe button.